Hey, and thank you for reaching out. You are here because you saw my content or an ad and something clicked. Let me guess what you're thinking. This sounds interesting, but I don't really know what freight brokering is. I'm not sure if this is legit or just another online business opportunity. I don't know anything about trucks or logistics. How can I actually do this? And probably, why would someone pay me to do this? If that's you, you're in the right place. I'm going to break down in the next 5 minutes what freight brokering is, how you get paid, why companies need you, and whether you can actually do this with no experience. So let's jump in. First, let me tell you what this isn't drop shipping. You're not running ads or dealing with returns. This is not running an agency, so you're not going to be chasing clients or managing social media accounts. And this isn't content creation. You need absolutely 0 followers or a personal brand to make this work, because this is a real business model inside of a massive industry, logistics, where companies already need stuff moved every single day, whether you show up or not. And your job is simple. You coordinate shipments and get paid commissions. No inventory, no ads, no funnels, no influencer lifestyle required. Just communication, problem solving, and follow through. And it's not sexy, it's not trendy, but it's real and it does work. And the best part, no one cares about your Instagram. They care about one thing. Can you get their freight delivered? So here's how this actually works. A company, let's call them the shipper, has a pallet of product sitting inside of a warehouse. It could be toilet paper, it could be coffee makers, it could be dog food, doesn't really matter for this example. They just need it moved from point A to point B. And they could call a trucking company directly, but most don't, because finding reliable carriers, negotiating rates, and coordinating logistics takes a decent amount of time. But that's where you come in. You are the middleman, the freight broker. You go out and you find the carrier with capacity. You negotiate the rate, you book the load, and you coordinate the pickup and delivery. The shipper then pays you, and then you pay the carrier, and you keep the difference in between. Here's a real example. A shipper needs a load moved from California to Texas, and they call you and ask for a quote. Then you go out, reach out to the carriers, and find someone who will move it for, let's just say, $2,100. You quote the shipper $2,500. They agree. You book the load. The carrier delivers. The shipper pays you $2,500. You pay the carrier $2,100, and you keep the $400 difference. That's your commission. That's your profit. You don't own the truck. You never touch the freight. You just coordinated the transaction. $400 for one load. And here's where it gets really interesting. Shippers don't just ship once. They ship every week, and sometimes multiple times a week, sometimes even multiple times a day, depending on what their volume looks like. So that means one good relationship can turn into dozens of loads every single month, potentially hundreds of loads over time, which means serious income. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't know anything about trucks or logistics, and you really don't need to. You're not driving the truck, you're not loading the freight, you're just coordinating, and you'll learn as you go, because every load teaches you something. And you might be thinking, well, why would anybody pay me for this? Well, the reason why is because shippers need someone who can save them time, find reliable carriers, and handle problems when they come up. Most shippers don't want to spend all day calling 10 different trucking companies. They want to make one call, have it handled, and that's you. So how long does it take to actually make money? It really depends on how fast you move. I landed my first client in about 6 weeks. Some people take longer, some people take less time, but this is not a get rich overnight thing. It's a real business that compounds the more people ship with you. Another question I hear is this legit, or is this just another online business scam? Well, what I can tell you, being in this industry for almost 18 years, is that freight brokering is a very real industry. Companies move billions of dollars worth of goods every single day. And so this is not some new trend. Brokers have existed for decades. The difference is most people just don't know about it. And that's exactly why this works. And look, I'm not just teaching this, I have done it. Before I started my brokerage, I worked for another freight brokerage for 5 years. I watched that model work. I saw brokers making serious money, and I knew it was real. When I started my own brokerage, I landed my first client literally just by using Google Maps and making some phone calls. I had no logo, I had no website, literally no connections. That first client ended up generating over $500,000 in profit for my brokerage. That was literally my take home. $500,000 from one relationship. Because freight brokering isn't about one-time transactions. It's about building partnerships that will pay you time and time again. And here's the thing, you do not need 5 years of experience to start. You just need a system, a process, and someone who has already done it to show you what works. So here's what happens next. If this sounds like something that you've been looking for, if you're tired of chasing followers and funnels, and if you want a real business model, book a call with myself myself or someone on my team. On that call, we'll talk about your situation, what you're looking for, and whether or not freight brokering is the right fit for you. And if it is, I will show you exactly how we get people started, even if you have zero experience. There's no pressure, no hard sell, just a conversation. The link to book a call is right below this video. I'll see you on the call.